Hello and welcome. This is Diana and you are watching Holistic Vibes. This is a weekly message and we'll see what comes up and go from there, yeah. Where do you have high standards and a sense of fairness, working for justice, rights, truth in a constructive way? The law of perfectionism. High ideals can inspire us, but excellence is the most realistic goal. Appreciate who you are right now, right? So where do you find yourself not appreciating the development that you've done, the exposure, the enterprise that you've been working on? Right? Your life's purpose, your path. Where have you been holding on to the vibration of discrimination, right? Of like where something was not able to be rebirthed out of your field, right? Where it's still drama. Sometimes they say like releasing the past is the key to the order that will come in the future, right? Like identifying, so not all people can come with you. Some people are actually devised or meant to keep us in a lower state of being, right? Their job in this lifetime is to take on karma, is to activate your karma and reactivate your karma, right? Sometimes people are in fact truly dead weight karmically. And so, like, where have you been rescuing a damsel? Oh, there, that's weird. They're giving me that you have somebody who at one point in time you were with in your life, and maybe this has been halted, but they've been manipulating your situation, playing a damsel in distress. I'm getting somebody who is married, but instead of going to the husband, they go to you. And they've been controlling like your travel, your social media, and your retail. And I'm getting like in your social media, there was something that was supposed to bring you luck, but that person impeded your progress, impeded your path, and you never released it. You never released them. Sorry, correction. And so this person, maybe they're coming up in your field, or maybe this is popping up in your current reality, but they're very threatened at the fact that you have figured this out, that you have seen through the lies, the manipulation, the mistakes, the push of stating that you've been that there's been promiscuity. It's almost like they've been pushing out thought forms into the state of being because they are jealous, right? They're creating discrimination. They're creating a narrative to keep you into a state of competition. And so there is some forgiveness through uncertainty, right? Because maybe somebody is just catching on to the manipulation that has been done, right? Maybe there is an apology through monetary, a monetary state of being to bring in harmony, right? To, oh, okay, thank you. They just said it's, you have to be okay with the way you give because it's part of your nature, right? It's part of your love language to be able to be thoughtful in the way that you gift somebody if somebody needs something, right? And they're showing me like a giver has to meet another giver, or they're just going to keep meeting takers, right? And so, like, yeah, it's teaching opportunity. It's for you to identify like what has been keeping you in a threat state, in an anxious state, in a state where, you know, there is a dire need for change, where you need joy and inspiration to step into your current reality. And this person, these cards are not even supposed to be in here, FYI. But this person is essentially like impeding like your next phase in this evolutionary cycle. And so maybe you're releasing all of it, right? Because you've gained the clarity through meditation, through internal guidance, through like reflectiveness, a state of being. So what do they need to know in regards to number sequences? Put a pen to paper. In regards to your creation of like what it is you truly desire. Allow yourself the foundational abilities of grounding, right? If you have 999 and you desire no competition, right? Like you want your cycles to be completely cleared, like then go through and tie into whatever was the snake that was keeping you impeded from divine connection, right? If it was knowingly, then that's a different story, right? This is for unknowingly being done to you in the dark and not being aware that like these things were keeping you in an old state of being, right? If you made the mistake and you've been promiscuous, you've been loose, and it like you were driving on jealousy and competition, and you were like, that was your way of getting what you want. Like it's keeping you out of a state of luck. It's keeping you, okay. So it was due to a state of lack, right? And so you were going with it because you didn't know any other way to get out of it, right? Which is false. That's a false narrative, and that's just an excuse. Because in truth, you always have your internal guidance. You just choose not to listen to it, right? So taking ownership of like the what you come into being, right? Where you did feed into drama, where you were being manipulated, where you were thinking in a limited mind frame, and ask for forgiveness, right? Ask for forgiveness for self, ask for forgiveness from the collective, ask for forgiveness from the divine. Because in truth, like we are here to overcome these things that have been pushed into our current reality, our narrative, right? So you decide to wake up, or else why did you draw me, right? Like, we call in the realities for the experiences that we desire, right? You ask for the experience. And so the universe is giving it to you, and it's essentially reflecting the things that you have yet to resolve in your own space. So every time you get sandpaper, every time you get somebody who does not agree with you or does not vibrate in your vibration, and they bring up old, like ask like, what part of my old do I need to clear out right now? And then you ask your healing guide or you ask your gatekeeper to clear and remove it from your space, right? And so then you're essentially asking for a higher density, a higher timeline, a higher vibration of self, right? Like if your light score is operating out of like, say, the 50s, then you know you have entity attachments, plain and simple. There's no gray about it. You have cords that are energetically feeding on your space, right? And it's time for you to actually like start asking, like, where are my boundaries set? Like, what do I need to get out of my field? How do I stop these energies from impeding me, right? Like they told me the other day, if you have like a large quartz, it's a smoky quartz crystal, and you put it underneath your TV, then what happens is the energies that are trying to cord to you through the TV are literally blocked. And so it's essentially creating a field so that the TV is not like sucking energy out of you, right? And so trust and act accordingly. Like always out of the vibration of love. If you don't have any skull crystals, like I would go get some. They're phenomenal. And Palladian activations. Get in the sun. Get those codes. Gas essential sun to come through the regular sun and impede your blueprints and to ask for a higher timeline, right? It's going to be a game changer. I think that's it, guys. Which one? They just said one of these. So take a deep breath, grounding in your body. Surrendering to setting limits and surrender to success. allow yourself to like ground in and determine like where you're still needing to forgive, where you're still jealous, where you're still in a state of discrimination, right? Where do you still have a housing for a threat, for an internal threat, right? Where do you still feel that energy? And just say, I see you, and I'm welcoming in a change, right? I'm welcoming in my success. I'm welcoming in like my beliefs, my desires, like what I truly want to manifest in this current reality as I move forward. And like name it and claim it and write it down. And because we're almost at a full moon, I would say burn it and release it and allow what needs to come up, right? So until next time, be well. If you would like a reading, I am currently accepting for readings and healings. All the information is in the box below. And until next time, be well. Ciao.